Just me preaching out of our theme verse this year for Speed, Light, and Fine Arts, Acts 20:24. So, there we go. However, I consider my life worth nothing to me. My only aim is to finish the race and complete the task the Lord Jesus has given me, the task of testifying to the good news of God's grace. Personally, I really like the whole race analogy. I'm big on analogies and such. So I'm going to stick with that and say it this way. We all have a race. We're all in a big race. We all have our own little trails. And God made each trail specifically for each of us. So we equipped us each of us, and only us, for exactly what our race is going to require. And we're going to have to go through these steps. Every step is going to prepare us for the next. We're going to take many steps in our journeys, and you can't go from step 1 to step 25. There are no shortcuts here. So you just got to take it one step at a time. And as God planned every step, we still have to choose whether or not to take those steps. We can be stuck at step 0 our entire life, just cheering everyone else on, or we can be in the race ourselves. In the race, this big race that we're all in, I just call it the race because that's what the verse says, there's task. There's the overall task, there's a personal task, obstacles, for the sake of the race analogy. The overall task is testifying to the good news of God's grace, it says in the verse. And there's also personal tasks that I believe contribute to the overall task. And I like to think of it as we're all single amplifiers in one big concert of grace, amplifying just different sounds for God's glory, all creating this beautiful symphony of just praise of God. And as we go through this and hop over our little obstacles and take our little steps, every now and again we tend to think, when's it all going to come to an end, the finish. And often in today's world, people look around, you hear all these stories and all this awful stuff that's happening. They say, the world is so bad, this is over, it's done. But we can't say it's finished, because if we say it's finished and we decide we're finished, then we can't do anything else. And we're still breathing right now, so we're not finished. We aren't quite done yet. This is a blind race. We don't know where the finish line is. Only God knows. So even if this is the very end, we're coming to the very end of the age, that's when you got to go fastest. It's the final stretch. We got to run it into the finish there. So don't live finished. Let's live to finish, and keep pressing forward. Thank you. It was kind of short, but I rushed through, so sorry.
Yeah, buddy.